What is up, Storm fans? Bryant Cook, and today we are playing my favorite modern deck, Lurrus Lotus Breach. Everyone keeps on asking for more videos of this deck, so why not make them, right? And if you're interested in more videos, Brian Koval released a video the day that I record this, Wednesday, November 10th. You can check Brian out at Bosch and Roll on YouTube. And Brian played this deck for the very first time, so, you know, it's a great video. I watched all of it. It was amazing. Definitely go check that out. But today we're playing the same list that I played in my last video. So if you haven't seen that yet, for maybe a more in-depth deck tech, definitely go check that out. But this is the list. Kaheera West is something that I found that I really enjoyed over the last few weeks of playing this deck, so it's here to stay. It's really good with, you know, getting main deck Pact Negation, getting obviously your Lotus Field. Can even get Bobble on a pinch. I've done that. But post board, it can also get Engineered Explosives and Slaughter Pact. Great card. So its versatility has sort of made it worthwhile in the main deck, in my opinion. Also, a 5th tutor for Lotus Field on top of Wishclaw is just amazing. So Kaheera West is in here. I've been loving 2 packs. Pact is just a card that keeps on growing on me. If I had room, I'd probably play all 4. But Echoing Truth is something that I've been flip-flopping on. Should it be Perilous Voyage? Should it be Echoing Truth? And recently I tried a list with Perilous Voyage again and got burned in that league. So I think I'm on Echoing Truth at least for a little while until main deck Chalice goes away, things like that. Also Rhino. So Echoing Truth is probably slightly better at the moment. And in the last video, the big thing was Malevolent Hermit. Whoops, there we go. If you're unfamiliar, this is a flip creature. The front half mana leaks a non-creature spell. The back half allows you to beat Chalice of the Void against the blue decks. This card's pretty amazing, and I'm happy to be playing it again. It really shined in that first video, so hopefully it does pretty well today. Slaughter Pact is a relatively new inclusion. I basically just want a way of killing Eidolon or the Great Revel with Wish that's effective, but also you can side 1 in for Wishclaw Talisman, so that way you have a 1-mana line to kill Eidolon, just because Burn's been picking up in popularity. But then again, Slaughter Pact allows you to tap out against something like Hammer Time and trick them when they go all in. You Slaughter Pact their thing, you upkeep, tap your Lotus Field to pay for it, and then, you know, do your thing. So Slaughter Pact is a little bit sneaky. I like it. Yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, free and easy to do. Help support this channel. Why wouldn't you do that? You're watching this video, so I know you love your Lotus content. Just do it. Yeah. And if you're looking to support us in any other way, we do offer memberships. Right now, we're actually doing a giveaway where if you're a member by November 15th, today is the 10th, you will be entered in a drawing to possibly receive 1 of 2 copies of the original mini token pack. I'm giving those away completely free to just 2 random members of the channel. As of today, we have 52 members, so definitely sign up. Your odds are fairly decent. Help support us even more. But on top of that, you get member perks. You unlock our member section of the Discord. I dropped 3 secret deck lists in there today, so definitely go check those out. And, you know, there's other stuff that you get with it too. Badges, emotes. The emotes, we just got Draenei Stinger for Pauper, so if you're a Pauper fan, we're now up to 12 emotes that you can use on this channel. And then we have donation decks, cyborg guides, definitely tons of sweet stuff in there. So check out that join button next to the subscribe button to support us. We also offer donation decks that you can find over at theepicstorm.com/donation decks, where you can even be featured here in a video on this channel in the Epic tier. But we also offer a base tier where I will pull your sweet combo brew as well. So definitely go check that out and read all of the descriptions. Then we have the epicstorm.com/shop for card singles and Storm merchandise, including the Storm 20 baseball tee, which is incredibly popular, the pint glass, and everyone's favorite mini token pack that you can pick up for $13 at 64 double-sided tokens to keep track of your mana and storm count. Why wouldn't you want to do that? All right, that's our intro. As always, we're going to have fun today. But if you have any questions, I really do respond to every comment that's left down in the comment section. So definitely ask away. I don't mind answering those. Somebody recently said that, like, they were afraid of asking questions. Don't. We're here to learn together, because I punt a lot of the time too. I'm not perfect. So, you know, that's it. I'll see you in match number 1. Match number 1. I have no idea what our opponent's playing. And we've opened up Double Claw with 4 lands. I don't know how I feel about that. This hand's kind of clunky. I'd rather just ship it. And this is a lot better. I think we can bottom Wish safely here. We don't really need the Wish. And our opponent's gone to 5 cards. Okay. Forest. Into the Goose. You got it. The Golden Goose. Their Bauble. Okay. We'll cast this Bauble and then look at their top card. Heath. Pretty boring top card. Let's see if we have anything good on top. Another Misty. We don't really need that. We're going to fetch, cast, draw 2, and then cast Consider on our opponent's turn. Okay. Bauble. Didn't really need another field or another land. That's kind of a bummer. Stomping Ground. Okay. Running 6. You got it. Sure. Just going to cast Consider here. Don't really need Echoing Truth. I can go to the graveyard. Inquisition's interesting. I don't think I'm going to cast it instead of just playing the Claw, though. Okay, Wish Claw and pass. They're playing the Windswept Teeth again. Finale of Devastation. So this gets like Green Sun. Oh, I completely forgot about that. So this is a Hell's Kitchen variant. Completely just like did not realize that. I was like, oh, they're getting Dryad Arbor here. No. I probably should have pieced it together considering that they played Gilded Goose. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't know what Willow Geist does. Actually, let's do this trick that Alex McKinley taught me. So trample, whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on it. When it dies, you gain that much life. That's cute. Alright, draw. Twiddle is a good one. I think that does it. I think we win now. Lotus Field. Okay, now we Twiddle. Untap. Tap for red. Search your deck for Underworld Breach. There's Breach. Cast Breach. Alright, and now we Twiddle. Untap our Lotus Field. And then we're going to escape again. And then cast Wish for Scour. And from there we'll be deterministic. Alright, so we can exile these Baubles. And it's part of the reason that Bauble's so good is you might not realize it, but it allowed us an extra escape right there. Where some people are like, do I really need to play Mishra's Bauble? I don't want to spend the money on them. Well, you can run more like 1-mana cantrips, but this is a turn 3 that was made possible by Bauble. It does speed you up. And now we cast Scour. Need to Twiddle. Okay. From here, it's deterministic. Scour. Escape these. So I'm going to keep on doing this until our deck is empty. And I'll see you when that happens. Okay, we are down to 5 cards left in our deck. We're just going to Tome Scour those and then wrap up the game. Alright, we are decked. There's no point in casting a Scour at us anymore, so we can exile that. Untap. Cast the Dreamscript again. Okay, and now we can cast Wish for Grapeshot. Okay, so Wish is now on the stack. And Grapeshot. From 22. Woot woot! Love a good turn 3. Alright, so they're playing a green deck, but it's also a Hell's Kitchen deck. I don't think we're going to need Pact and Negation. It's pretty free to board in Void Snare, hit a random like Relic or something like that. Now Spell Bomb. I don't think that this is like a Slaughter Pact matchup. Probably fine to board in E. Let's try this out. Okay, revealing our Lurrus again. Great hand. I would love to keep this hand. Keep. Opponent mulliganing down to 5. Okay, so they've kept their 5 cards, and now we see a Wooded Foothills. What's the play? Goose? Is it Alpine Moon? It is! So that means that we can play Lotus Field on turn 1, and we don't have to sack any lands to it. So then when we Echoing Truth it, it makes our life easier. Alright, Lotus Field and Inquisition you. It actually worked out quite well for us. Love it. Fling. Oh, this must be the deck that Brian recorded with. The Food Fling deck. They are definitely a Bosch and Roll fan. Okay. So I think next turn we play Wishclaw, or we can double consider. Okay. Cycle the Thicket, that makes sense. Bobble. Let's bobble them. We have Fling and one unknown. Run, okay. I think I'm going to play the Wishclaw here. Alright, draw a card off Bobble. Misty. Didn't really need another land, but it's fine. Are you not going to play Run? Okay. So they have Run and then Fling, plus they're probably getting back the Thicket here. So I'm just going to pass, and then on their end step, I'm going to Echoing Truth the Alpine Moon and double consider. 2 mana, they're going to cycle Thicket, return Thicket with the Wrenn and 6. You have a cookbook. Sure. Okay, let's fetch. And I'm probably going to get the Steam Vents here. Why not? Ouch. And let's cast Echoing Truth on that Alpine Moon. Get out of here. Cast Consider. I don't really want that. Consider. I don't really want that. I am very good at drawing lands. Okay. So we did not hit a Twiddle effect anywhere in there. So if I Wishclaw for Twiddle, it brings me up to 6 mana, which is enough to win. Let's do that. And actually, I'd rather get Dreamscript. There's less misclick equity in there. So let's untap. Then cast Wish. And now we can get Underworld Breach. Now I'll float a blue mana. So the question is, do I want to play Lotus Field, or do I want to use a fetch land? Is 1 card in the graveyard and an untapped mana better than just 2 cards to the graveyard? I think the extra mana is probably better. And we're at an even point in our deck now. We have 40 cards, so woohoo. Alright, Dreamscript, untap for field. Escape. Okay. Now I can cast Wish. And then in a second I can cast Tome Scour from our sideboard. You don't have to cast it immediately. Now we can untap here. Okay. Now we scour. And we've got it. We just have to finish winning. I've always liked my Hell's Kitchen matchup with this deck. It's always felt pretty good. So I'm not terribly surprised that we won once I realized what our opponent was playing. From 11. From 12. We have 9 cards in graveyard. Not quite enough for what I'm looking to do quite yet. 11. That allows me to go Twiddle, Twiddle, Wish, Grapeshot. That should be good. Okay. Now we Twiddle again. Okay. Now we cast Wish. Okay, and now we cast Grapeshot for lethal. Woot woot! I'm gonna start this league off 1-0. Woot woot. Love it. Alright. Take that, Alpine Moon. You had it coming. See you in match number 2. Match number 2, we are on the play. Reveal our cat, and let's party. Looks like our opponent also has a companion, Kaheera, so we're facing blue-white. All right, let's showcase our benevolent or malevolent hermit a little bit more. I combined it. I was going to say benevolent hermit, but that's not quite its name. Malevolent Geist. There we go. Okay. We're gonna lead off on turn 1 visions. We actually have a pretty good hand here. I do like this. Vision. I don't think we need that visions. We can keep the wish. I like the wish because it allows us to beat a chalice. We can just tap 3 lands, play wish, and do explosives. Be okay. And let's fetch and then cast Wishclaw Talisman. Wow. Okay. Priam has entered the battlefield. So they could have a prismatic ending here, or they could chalice 1, or they can just pass. That's allowed too. I'm fine with that. All right. A lot of Misties. I think I'm actually just going to go get Lurrus here. I don't need to rush anything. It's also a little bit sly here to get Lurrus because it looks like we're not ready to combo when we're actually fairly close to lethal if they decide to like tap out for, I don't know, Teferi. There's Taff. You're gonna bounce her claw? Sure. So a dream script off the top, I believe, does it. Not a dream script. Let's Inquisition, see what they're working with. Nothing. Actual factual nothing. Okay. So we're supposed to play Wishclaw and pass. Well, I mean, we're gonna play Lotus Field too, but Wishclaw was the only spell. All right. Next turn could be party time. Blooded Strand, okay. It's worth noting that Pact is not a protection spell with Teferi in play. Kind of unfortunate, but it's fun. We'll cast this Consider. Speaking of Pact and Negation, that has to go to the graveyard. Scour was a really good pickup here. Am I allowed to... I wonder if there's a way for me to Inquisition into a win. So if I tap Wishclaw, use one of this 2-mana floating, Inquisition, I'd have 1 floating. That doesn't do it. So let's untap the field. I'm just gonna jam. If they drew a counterspell, they drew a counterspell. But also, if this resolves and I get Breach, and then they counterspell Breach, I have Lurrus to back it up. Okay. And now we Dream's Grip. Okay. And I think that means that we have lethal. Because they would have needed to counterspell the Dream Script to stop me here. As long as I keep 1 mana open, now we should be fine. And they've conceded. Thank you, opponent. That was very nice of you. Alright, we got game number 1 over the 4-color control deck, or Jeskai control deck. I don't know what their life's about. And now we can bring in these Hermits. Maybe the E2. But I do like having Wish for E as an out. So let's see how we actually want to board. Right now, my plan is to just take out the 4 Considers, because against the Chalice deck, they're trying to Chalice on 1. And on top of that, we don't really need to be fast. So that's my thought process. And by doing this, you get to keep Ave active. You could also bring in Void Snare, but I don't love that. Could side in the Pact and keep the EE in the board. So something like this. I don't hate it. Let's try this. I understand that Pact isn't great against Teferi, but Wish for EE just gives you the most looks for it without giving them Wishclaw Talisman, so that's why I like it. Great hand. Turn 1 IOK into turn 2 Hermit. Ah, this grouchy old man is my favorite. Keep. Love the grouchy old man. Ooh, good draw. Alright, we've taken a land out of our deck, and now let's Inquisition. Chalice. That is a very slow hand, my friend. Get that trash out of here, though. Chalice of the Void has no place on the battlefield. Picked up a Triome. Then Vantress. Okay. Another field. I'm going to play out the Grave here. I want to keep the Delta around because I might want it for a red source for Wish. And next turn, I am not playing Lotus Field. I want to keep open the mana leak ability on Hermit. Okay. So they chose not to play an untapped land there. Fact was good. It's going to get an island. I was thinking about getting Steam Vents, then decided against it. I think I want the Bauble because I'm going to get Lurrus soon. Get in there. Okay. Actually, a Twiddle off the top would be really good. I know that I'm drawing the Bauble because I put it there, but Twiddle would have been amazing because that would be a win. I guess I don't need to do that right now. Let's get in there with the Hermit. So I have 3 mana here. I can play Field, floating 1 untap. Gives me 6 mana, but only 2, 3. That's not enough cards in graveyard. So I think what I'm supposed to do here is just play Field and pass. And the reason that I'm just passing, you might be thinking, Bryant, you could put Lurrus to your hand. That is true, but then it takes away the mana leak ability on the Hermit. And I sort of expect that my opponent's going to try to bounce Hermit here. Draw a card. And I'm going to just mana leak it. Now let's bobble them. Ooh. That dirty, dirty Chalice player. We do have the Hermit in the graveyard that can dodge Chalice. And here's the Chalice on 1. Yep. Come on, give me a Twiddle. And they played another Castle Vantress. We did not know about that. They put Kaheera to hand. So I believe that their hand is these 3 plus Kaheera. I think we know their whole hand. Draw. So I'm going to put the Geist into play. The question is, can I win? And I think the answer is no. The next turn I can. I'm just going to pass. So I believe that we know our opponent's whole hand. They played the Mystic Gate. What is this? Big Tough. I'm going to pact it. I'm going to have to pay for it, but I'm going to pact it. Blue, blue, and then pay for pact. Okay, and now that it gives me the opportunity here. Ooh, should have cast Visions instead. No, I kind of like the idea of having double field. Get in there. Ugh! This thing's a spirit wizard? That's crazy. Andre, why isn't that in your spirits deck? It's a spirit wizard, it should be. My good friend Andre Segara is a spirits player in all formats, so shout out to him. Ooh, tough. That's annoying. Okay. They could play the Kaheera here. They have 3 cards. Choosing not to. Hermit. Counter spell. Counter spell. So what I can do here is I can wish for EE, but it's not really a play I want to make. It does unlock my visions, and I have Lurrus for Baubles, like a grind thing I can do. Okay. Wish. Oh, do I have mana floating? Yes, I do. It's fine. I could blow up the Chalice right now, and then, but then I don't have the Hermit up. I think I'm just gonna pass. So they have 5 cards in hand now. Nice Chalice of the Void. I will allow that one to go. Thank you. You can plus your own TAF. I'll allow that. 4 cards in hand. You know that these are 2 of them. I'm gonna counter Jace. Get out of here, Jace. Alright, I'm gonna F6 the rest of the way. Draw. Another field. I don't think I'm ready to win yet this turn. So I'm actually going to sacrifice the explosives. And then Inquisition, just in case they have an instant speed spell that could kill my creature. And at the worst, this discards the Kaheera. Okay. So now Inquisition, Shark Typhoon, ending Kaheera. Let's hit that ending. Now I'm going to Visions, because if I hit Breach, I just have a win here. Breach on top, but these packs don't do a whole lot. So we'll put Breach on top of the deck. And then bring back the Spirit Wizard. Look how well we're grinding. This is turn 8, and I feel like I'm ahead. Alright, so they have Shark Typhoon to draw into a new card. They also have Kaheera. We need to not be an idiot. And by that I mean don't swing into Shark Typhoon or the Colonnade that's on board. Alright. Underworld Breach. So they would need a removal spell into a counterspell right now. I feel like our opponent could have used some upkeep Castle Vantresses a few times. I can't respond to that, so that's good. Right. And it resolves! Alright, let's Dream Script. And Wish. Our opponent's at 10, so this should be pretty easy. Woot woot! 2-0. Geist continues to impress me. This card is amazing. I'm sure you probably agree with me after watching this video and the last one, but wow. This card needs to see more play. For 2-0, I'll see you in match number 3. Match 3, we're on the play, revealing our cat. Whoops. There we go. Alright, looks like our opponent also has a companion, Lurrus. Not blue-white again. This hand's great, though. We're definitely going to keep this. Alright, so our mission right now is to find land number 2. And because of that, we're going to use Bobble on ourselves, because if this isn't a land, and it's not, we can fetch and then not draw into it. Lurrus usually means aggro. Do I want this Watery Grave? I think the answer is yes. And let's take our draw. Bobble draw. Okay, so we need to hit land number 2, and then this hand is bananas. It's burn. Yikes. Consider. Don't want that. Okay, not land 2. Not loving the situation we're in right now. Come on, deck. Give me the second land. Draw. Ah, brutal. Alright, consider. I'll take it. So I wonder if I should just scour myself. I think the answer is yes. Just because I have a win next turn. So I can play field, double Twiddle it, Wishclaw Breach into the win, as long as our opponent doesn't have Eidolon here. They have land 2. Not Eidolon. Woot. Okay. Fine by me. Take 4, go to 8. Untap and do the thing. Draw. Another Lotus Field is a little stinky. Let's add red here. Let's sack these lands. Twiddle. Okay. Add a blue. Dream Script. Add black. Wishclaw Talisman. And then use the Talisman to activate. So we go get Underworld Breach. Play Breach floating 1 blue, which is enough to twiddle our land. And get out of here, burn! Get out of here. Okay, so the only way we lose now is by misplaying, so let's just not do that. Alright, Tome Scour target us. Exile some lands. Again, exile some lands. Where's the Dream Script? Untap. So technically you should Dream Script because you're less likely to misclick on the yes or no. It's silly, but it's like sort of true. Okay, Scour again. Hell yeah, I am so very excited. You can't tell, but I am very excited that we are beating Burn right now. Burn is one of my least favorite decks in Modern. I just have so many bad memories of getting my teeth kicked in with Gift Storm that I just hate Burn. Tower, 20 cards left in deck. Make that 15 and 10. Okay, Twiddle. Untap. 2 more Scours. And the final Scour. From 16, Dreams Grip. Tap the field. Grip again. Storm 18. So Storm 19 can be Wish. Then Storm 20, all of the grape shots. Kablat. Ooh. Love it. Alright. So we definitely want 1 Slaughter Pact in the main. We're going to keep 1 in the board to wish for. I already mentioned that. We can bring in Fatal Push. I like Void Snare. I don't think we want Pact and Negation, so those can go out. I'm also okay with like trimming an Inquisition. We never want to draw 2 Inquisitions. 1 should be fine because 1, like you only ever want to draw 1 because like you just want to hit Eidolon once. If you draw multiples, things get a little hairy. So I think shaving 1's like absolutely reasonable. Yeah. And then you don't want to board an Ave because you want to keep that in the board for Wish. You could even shave another Inquisition if you wanted to bring in the EE, but I don't think that we do. It's just a little too slow, I think. You could board in Grapeshot if you wanted to do that, but I think Inquisition's just a better card at answering Eidolon than Grapeshot. So this is how I'm going to board for the Burn matchup. And reveal our cat again. Pretty good hand. I mentioned how we don't want double Inquisition. That still remains true. But this hand can answer an Eidolon on the draw, so I'm going to keep it. Okay. They just pass. They definitely have an Eidolon in hand. Okay. We can't afford to do the bobble thing this time because we just have to cast the bobble. I guess I could bobble them. But they have a fetch, so it doesn't really matter. Inquisition. There's that dirty, stinky Eidolon. Get out of here. Playing Flame Rift, which is kind of cool. And I imagine we're taking a bolt to the face right now. There we go. 14 life. Let's bobble them. Mountain, okay. This Inquisition will hit a 4 damage burn spell, which is kind of nice between Boros Charm and the Flame Rift. Okay, we got Rifted. It actually makes it a little bit easier to win here, and the land was a huge draw. Love the land. So now we go to 9. Well, Inquisition, take that Boros Charm. Let's clear these. Inquisition. Get out of here, Boros Charm. And let's cast the Visions. We just need to pay off now. And this should do it. Actually, both of these are cards that I want. Bobble them. It's fine with the Swifty. So it looks like we're going to have 2 turn 3 wins against Burn. As long as my math isn't wrong. Because I think that we can afford to twiddle the Wish Claw. And if not, we can just consider a bunch. Okay, so playing the field is free, so let's just do that. Alright, so now we have 9 cards. I can Each one of these is +2. So we have 8 mana. You know, this is just too complicated. I'm just gonna do it. I don't want to try to do the math on untapping Wishclaw in my head. Alright, so... Oh no, cancel. Please don't do that. Okay. This needs to be blue. Wishclaw. Untap. Okay, and now... No, this isn't gonna work. So I could tap this for red. Yeah, okay. So what I wanted to do wasn't going to work. So we're just gonna win with Consider instead. We should be able to just like look at enough cards here where the Consider should get the job done. And our opponent just conceded. Okay. It's tough to say because like we weren't going to look at the top cards, so drawing cards here wouldn't be the cards we were going to draw anyway. But we got back-to-back turn 3s. We are 3-0, 6-0, round number 4 coming right up. All right, we are already revealing our cat friend on the draw in match number 4. Another Lurrus. We've opened up a pretty strong hand, though. I'm going to keep this. Let's hope it's not burn. I shouldn't have said that out loud. All right, Hammer Time. So we're on the draw against Hammer Time. We should be okay, as long as they don't open up the nuts. Love the Wishclaw. All right, so I'm going to lead off on Vent so that way I can cast those Visions to try to get ahead a little bit. Don't need that. And I don't have a black source for this Inquisition, so I'm actually going to bottom that and just play this. Bubble you. Genius Smith. Okay. Black source. Another Breach. Okay. Smith. You got it. Shadow Spear. Okay. There's our black source. Ding dong. Push Claw. And then turn 3, easy peasy, win. Right. Another Smith. This game plan out of Hammer Time is not what they should be doing, in my opinion. It's just a little bit too slow. They have Thoughtseize? Nope. Okay, Shadow Spear. Alright, so we're going to fall to 14 and then try to win the game. Draw. Red, blue, play field. Sacrifice these. Untap the Lotus Field, add blue. Whoops, I said add blue and then I added red. Alright, play the Breach. Untap the field, and then we use Wishclaw to go get Tome Scour. Damn, it feels good. Alright. So now we get the Scour. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Will our opponent concede, or are we going all the way through it? Your answers in the section below. It looks like they're not conceding. Alright. Not a big deal. I also like casting Grapeshot, so that's fine. Cast the Scour again. Dream Script, untap. Alright, our deck is getting pretty empty at this point. Script to untap. Okay, 7 cards. So let's Scour one more time. It's pretty free, right? And let's remove a couple Twiddle. Get those nasty white border cards out of our graveyard. 2 cards left. There's no point in casting any more Scours. So let's just end the game. Untap. Okay. Untap again. We can remove a wish. We don't need 4 wishes in our graveyard. Add red. Let's cast a wish. We can escape 2 other wishes. Okay. And Grapeshots for everyone in this match. Alright. On game number 1 against Hammer Time. Probably the best deck in Modern. And now we get to bring in Slaughter Pact. Push. Void Snare is not a card that I love, if I'm being honest. And I'm sort of interested in the explosives, but I think it's also a little bit slow. So I think it might just be the 2 removal spells for 2 packs. Actually, I don't love Echoing Truth, so I think Explosives is actually better than Echoing Truth. Let's do that. Yeah, this seems fine to me. All right, both players will reveal a friendly cat. Damn. If one of these fields was a regular land. Ugh. Am I supposed to keep this? Don't judge me. I can feel your judgment already. Hopefully I draw like a fetch for turn so I can cast this Inquisition. Planes into what? Sentinel. Okay. Draw. I drew the fetch land, but now I'm like, do I even want to cast this Inquisition? The answer is probably yeah. Alright. Okay. No, you get to draw your card, Inquisition. Well, that's scary. Hmm. I think the pick is Hammer and just hope they never draw another white source. Or another land. Okay, let's pass. There's Saga. Field Cleansing. That's actually pretty good against us because it stops the breach. Oh, that's bad. Play Chalaria West and just pass the turn. That was a very good draw for our opponent. And then they drew this, which was perfect because it unlocks both the what's it called? The Paladin and the Thoughtseize. They just chose not to play either because they want the construct. Okay. In theory, I could like Twiddle into or Visions into Twiddle, and I think that gives me enough for Ave. So we would have that tapped, and then Lotus Field floating a blue would be 7, which is not enough. So I think I'm going to cast Visions and pay here. But next turn they get the Thoughtseize me. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Oh, we're definitely dead. Yeah, I'm just dead on board. So draw off Visions. You drew a land anyway. Alright, let's just go to the next one. So we're dead on board because they can play Pure Steel Paladin, and then they get Hammer with Saga, or we're dead to the Thoughtseize on Wish. We're just dead a number of ways, so I'm going to save myself a little bit of time here. Alright, so do I want to change anything up? I guess Echoing Truth does answer Seal. But if that's the case, I think I'd rather have Void Snare in the deck. Void Snare doesn't answer a Hammer at instant speed. Alright, let's do this. Or maybe I can do one... Okay, it's frozen. I can't go back. I was like, maybe I can do one Void Snare over the 4th Inquisition. That's another option. Okay. So if this hand finds land 2, it's a win on turn 3. I think that makes it a keep. When it's taking a mulligan. So we're just going to start off on Watery Grave into Serum Vision. Right, grab our grave. Yes, I would like to shock myself. Vision. There's land 2 and another Twiddle. Do I want the Twiddle? Yeah, I think so. No Thoughtseize. That is not a Thoughtseize land. M-Knight. So let's just go get Island here and then play our Claw. So we do not have a guaranteed turn 3, by the way. We don't have a way right now of getting Scour. So that's the fear with this hand, is that there's no Scour that's available. But we do have Visions to help dig. And I kept the extra Twiddle because it allows us to get a little bit of extra mana. Sentinel's fine. I don't care if you draw an extra card if I'm winning the game. And Knight, sure. Lotus Field. Wish is a guaranteed win. Alright. Let's get Field. Play Field. Okay. Untap. No. And then yes. Tap. Untap. Add 3 red. Play Breach. Twiddle. Untap. Play Wish. That's gonna do it. Scour. Okay. Our opponent's gonna make us go through it. Not the end of the world, but we're about to be 4-0. Let's scour again. Scour again. Dreamscript, untap our Lotus Field. We have 12 cards, which would allow us to like Dreamscript, Wish, Grapeshot, but that's still not lethal, so we have to keep on casting spells. Let's scour some more. You can remove some extra Twiddles, that's fine. Okay, so this scour is going to put us down to 2 cards in deck. We have 1 mana floating. And we untap our Lotus Field. Okay. Tap. Tap it again, why not? Escape those. Now let's cast Wish. We can escape the other wishes, that's fine. So now we could double Grapeshot and just deal a whole metric buttload of damage. Okay. That's it. That's 4-0. Will we get match number 5? Stick around, find out. Match 5, and we're on the play against Captain Grumblecakes. Alright. So once again, we're revealing our cat. Decent hand. It doesn't have a field, but I'm going to keep it. No companion from our opponent. Okay, to increase our odds slightly, I'm going to lead on the turn, get a land out of the deck. Grab this Harmless Island, cast Visions. Boom! There's our Claw. I love it. Claw on top. This hand's pretty good. We're on Tomb. Okay, so that means that our Claw could get blown up here. We're going to fetch a Watery Grave with the idea that a double black means that theoretically we could use Lurrus to get back the Claw if need be. Brushland? That's interesting. Okay. I'm not quite sure what our opponent's playing, if I'm being honest. We don't have a win yet, because we don't have access to Scour at the moment. Does that change it? We could go all in on Serum Visions, I believe. That would be the line here. I don't really want to go all in on Visions. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put Lurrus to hand. We already determined last match that triple Twiddle isn't enough mana to get Lotus plus another card. Maybe it's... No, because you still have to cast the Breach. This. Ooh! That hurt. Well, that gets Lotus. Okay, transmute. So they're just like a value flicker deck by the looks of it. Alright, and that gives me enough cards in graveyard where I think I'm willing to try next turn to Underworld Breach with Serum Visions for the win. What is going on? Scholar! Oh wow, I'm getting bodied here. So they get to exile 2 of our cards from our hand? Jeez. So our best draw by far is Wish right here. And if I didn't F6, in theory I could have pacted. But I don't know if I would have pacted this anyway. So they're probably taking Breach Lurrus. How's this not a Yorion deck? It's just like Abzan Hate Bears. Interesting, they went after a Twiddle. Twiddle Breach, okay. Come on, deck. Wish. Visions. Bobble. Bobble's actually pretty good when I have Lurrus. Bobble them. Another Ephemerate, that stinks. Okay. I wonder if maybe I was supposed to burn a Twiddle to get it into the graveyard. Hmm. It's tough to say. Alright, so now the ephemerate is going to happen. So that doesn't actually change a whole lot here, because our hand is still just a bunch of twiddles. Okay. And then they drew another ephemerate, which is fine. They can use it on Skyclave to remove our Lurrus, or use this Wasteland Strangler. Yeah, so this is just like Abzan Hate Bears, and I'm just begging at this point to draw into an action spell. Wish or Wish Claw, Breach itself, all that good stuff. I'm going to target them with the Bauble. They have a lane coming. Okay. But we're almost dead, which is something I didn't realize. So we have to draw, we have to hit this turn. I have 2 draws to do it. All right, first draw off Bauble. Not going to do it. See. So now the plan becomes, ooh, I didn't consider that. But if theoretically, doesn't matter. I'm just dead. I could pact it, but I'm just dead. Damn. I feel like this game got away from me. Yeah, they just got me. Well played, too. Okay. So, I don't think we want pact here. Void Snare seems pretty good. Slaughter Pact might be good. Definitely want the push. The E seems fine. Maybe take out a couple Inquisition. Like, those don't actually seem that good here. Actually, I might be down for boarding in the Grapeshot. And then maybe even the other Slaughter Pact. Yeah, let's do this. I'd like to keep a Void Snare on the board for just in case of something wonky. Okay. Reveal Lurrus. It's very land heavy. I think I gotta ship it. Monkey, I think I'm going to 5. Like the same hand. Let's keep it though. It's bottom breach wish. Not feeling too confident in this. We're just gonna cast visions. Wish Claw visions. So this kind of stinks. Like Wish Claw theoretically represents it, but I think I'm gonna keep the visions on top. I just can't afford to keep Wish Claw right here, I think. Birds, you got it. Visions, land. Okay. So they're gonna scratch you. So we're drawing the known land and then praying that we rip a Lotus Field. 2 on the bottom. They missed their land drop. Can't Slaughter Pact. Now they get in with the Prince. And they're passing. Wow. Okay. Let's get Vents. Draw. Okay, so theoretically we could Slaughter Pact. But our opponent is an Ephemerate deck. But I feel like I messed up by... Because if I had gotten the Watery Grave, I don't know. Maybe it's not a mistake. Because if I get Watery Grave, I can play Lurrus, but I don't have anything to do with Lurrus, and then it shuts off my wishes. I don't know. Yes. So they got rid of my Black Source anyway. Which could have been really bad if I greedily cast Slaughter Pact. That would have been really bad. Okay. We're taking 2 here. Going to 12. So I'm gonna take some more damage here. Do I want to take damage? I was thinking about Inquisitioning them, but I'm not even sure if that's right. It's Scour, but like that doesn't do a whole lot. Just like time off my clock, I think, if I cast this. Alright, I'm just gonna pass. Okay. The Vial's on 1. Our opponent draws land. So now we follow the 9 life. Can I get a wish, or not a wish claw, a Lotus Field? Flicker. So now they flicker the Charming Prince. They get to scry 2. Or they're just gonna do this cute loop. Sure. Okay, Lotus Field, Breach. So I get to Serum Visions twice here? Or I guess if I hit off of the visions, I could theoretically win, but this seems pretty unlikely. Visions. These can go on the bottom. Twiddle. Yes, and now that allows me to visions again. Okay. We hit field. Hell yeah. Keep this breach on top. Just in case something spooky happens. And I think I just want to play the Watery Grave. And pass. So our opponent's bringing back the Flicker Wisp, and that's 5 damage. We're at 9. They could put a creature in a playoff vial. This is not a guarantee. Alright. Another Flicker comes back. Okay. They're trying to deny me off black. I'm gonna come back at their end step. Alright, so I'm gonna fall to 4 life here. What is this? Okay. Makes sense that they're a company deck. I'm not surprised by that. Eternal Witness and Charming Prince. Okay. I'm just gonna have 6. So they can go after another land. Would not like to pay 2 life. Draw. I know that the breach is there. Play field. Let's sack the basics. Twiddle. Okay. So I can play Wish here. So this might seem a little strange the way that I'm doing this. This basically gives me Pact negation, which is why I chose to do that this way. Twiddle. Looks like they're F6. Alright, let's Slaughter Pack something. Here it is, effing Flicker Wisp. It's still me enough damage. Alright. Maybe I should have kept it in case they like Violed in Thalia or something. It might have been a misplay. Twiddle. They're at 15. Whoops. Scour again. Scour again. Grip. Let's grip again. I'm gonna escape all 3 wishes, so that way the last one is the one in my hand. Cast Wish. That's gonna leave Grapeshot open. Oh, Grapeshot's in the deck. I forgot about that. Okay, so now this just represents Pact. I completely forgot about Grapeshot being in our deck because I cited it in. Whoops. Visions. Do Void Snare? Oh no, cancel. Okay. Whew. I need to Twiddle here. Okay. Scour. We can exile the Wish. We don't really need it anymore. 11 cards left in deck. And there's the Grapeshot. So now we can Dream Script on tap. And our opponents can see. Okay. Match 5, Game 3 coming up for the trophy. Get it. Oh, I already submitted. I wonder if they're an Endurance deck. Like if I should have a Pact in my deck over the Grapeshot. They might be an Endurance deck. I just don't want to risk it. Okay, reveal our Lurrus. Unfortunately, this is not a keep. This is just super greedy. Sure, we'll bottom a land. Okay. Bop, Birds of Paradise. And we drew another land. Damn. The only land I want to draw is Lotus Field, okay? No more. File, you got it. Sure. This thing actually isn't as difficult to beat as people think it is. Consider. That does get Lotus Field eventually. Let's keep it. What's problem me? Do I want another Twiddle? I think the answer is actually no. Alright, let's pass the turn. Draw foul. Flooding. Oh. Alright, so Sanctifier is going to get in. And they're passing. I was going to fetch for that this turn. Okay, let's just go search up Lotus Field. Pass. They have 3 cards in hand. Going to 14 life. Probably going to put Lurrus into my hand here. Okay, so they're going to take our Breach. Then they have the Ephemerate. Yep. So they're going to get both cards in our hand. That's kind of annoying. Yep. Draw. Gotta be kidding me. Okay, where's my Lurrus? Just like the Flood, this game has been pretty bad. And I don't like to complain about luck, but we've drawn a lot of lands. And now, so our opponent's put in a weird spot. Oh no, that was the Retrace. So now they can take the Lurrus and give me back the grip. But if I, oh no, Wish wouldn't actually do it here because Wish gets exiled to the Sanctifier. So that is relevant. I mean, Wish could get Ave, but like that's not really great. So we're at 12. Another Twiddle. I guess we just want to draw Breach itself. Is this Unstep Collecting Company? Sure. Okay. They have 7 damage coming in next turn. So I'm going to fall to 5. I need to draw something. Sure, another bird. I have 1 card. I'm not going to fetch here. Every life point matters. I can twiddle 2 creatures to stay alive next turn. Cast it. Consider. That gets Underworld Breach. But it's not a win. So let's fetch. Puts me to 2. I can fetch and fail to find off one of these if I need another card to escape. I should just cast this. Just in case there's like an instant speed trick, I don't get punished. Alright, let's untap the field. Then play the Breach. So now the plan is to consider until we can win. Should probably fetch out a land though. Even though I can't put it into play untapped, it does increase my odds slightly. So let's consider that can go into our graveyard. Well, it's going to get exiled. Alright, I don't mind hitting the Dream Script here. Untap. At 3 blue. Consider again. Looking for a 1 of, or technically we could hit Water Pack that doesn't kill the Sculler or the Sanctifier. And it gets exiled, so all it does is increase Storm. Alright, consider. We don't need that. That can go to the graveyard. Damn. Okay, we're running out of cards here. I think we've probably lost. Consider. That can go to the graveyard. We're just running out of resources too. Consider. Like, this pretty much has to be Tome Scour here. That bounces Sanctifier, but like doesn't really do a whole lot for me. We have to mill it. Visions. We hit the Scour. That can go on the bottom. This can stay on top. We have enough gas to win here, though. We know that. Oh, no, the Void Snare's in the graveyard. Can we do this? I don't honestly know. So we had a pact. 3 cards entered. So we need to quit hitting red cards or black cards right now because we need to get the Sanctifier off the board. Damn. So I'm gonna have to get really lucky off the Scour. Yeah, that last one really hurt me. Because now I have to escape away the Void Snare. I don't know if I can do it. Damn. So close. We hit a grip. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to win here. Yeah, I'm dead. So the Sanctifier ended up mattering for what it's worth. There's a lot of times where it doesn't, but this game, it was just like such a thin margin. All right. We did not get the 5-0. A thought that I had in the middle of this game was if I didn't fetch for the land to put into play tapped, I could play a Lotus Field later. I don't know how much that matters, if I'm being honest, but it was just a thought that I had. But 4-1's fine. Kind of a bummer. I keep on just missing 5-0s with this deck, but not the end of the world. Let's crack some chests. Why not? Open all. See what we get out of our 5. Looks like hot garbage. 50 play points. Yeah, we got nothing out of this. That's fine. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm not changing anything about this deck list. I'm probably going to run this in the showcase this weekend. All right, that's what I've got. Take care, keep storming, you're beautiful, and have a great day. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.